Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Nady, and today we're going over 2021's best and worst bootay. As you beautiful people know, this is about the products, not the people behind them. Any tiff you may have with them, please cast it away because this is a channel of positive energy. Okay? Thank you. Oh, my little aluminum angels, how you doing today? I hope wherever you're at in the world, you're having a marvelous day so far. I'm doing pretty good. I actually haven't filmed in like, oh my goodness, I don't know, 3, maybe 4 weeks? No, probably 3 weeks. And it is hard to get back into the swing of things, man. It's bringing back major summer vacation vibes, like after you've had a long break and then you have to go back to school. Except with like adult things like work. But I hope everyone's staying safe and sane and happy. Other than me not being able to get to bed till like 5 a.m., I really have no issues. Like, I can't complain. And I sat down in my office today and I thought, what the hell do I want to film? I just did a little at-home skin peel the other day, and so my skin is like flaky. I can't review a foundation. And it's that time of the year where you can't get through a day without a little glass of VEVO, which really dries my under eyes out, so I'm not going to review a concealer. And I've been working on eye looks for my eye palette promo shoots, and so my eyes are like rubbed raw, so I'm not going to review an eyeshadow. So I'm like, let's do a recap of the best and worst of bootay. Although this isn't really a recap, like, gonna be real, a lot of the makeup that I've reviewed over this last year, I've kind of completely forgotten about right after I've reviewed it, which either shows that I have an awful memory, which is very likely, or that shows that a lot of these products aren't that memorable. Of course, when you're reviewing like hundreds of things, they do kind of all blur together, but a few things really did stand out. I have a very plump yas category, an okay meh category, and a lot of the hell no's I actually got rid of. Like, why would I keep something that's a hell no? So there's like 1 or 2 things in that category, even though this year was peppered in hell no's. I just think it's kind of lame if I don't have a physical product to show you. Any freaking who, let's just dive the hell right into this. There's no order whatsoever to these other than my 3 categories. It's just random shit that I thought, let's talk about it today. Although I do kind of feel like I should be starting off with a better product than this because this is honestly just okay. But out of this entire collection, this is the most okay product, and that is the Casa Gaga House Lab Liquid Liner. Trust me, queens, the rest of this collection is definitely in one of the other categories. It certainly is nowhere near the yas category, but I shit you not, I spent like $300 on these products, and out of everything, this little baby, this $20 bitch, was the only thing that I really liked, or that I felt was actually worth the price. It is a fabulous liner. I have heard nothing negative about these. In fact, when I reviewed this a few weeks ago, the comments section was blowing up about how this product is so many people's all-time fave, and I feel that hardcore. It is super damn precise. It's very, very black. It's actually difficult to remove, which for some people is great. For myself, I don't love that because then I have to go in with an oil and it just blurs my vision and my whole day is ruined. What do you mean dramatic? I'm not dramatic. But no, I do actually really, really like this. If you're going through a hurricane or a tornado or a sandstorm and you still need a fierce wing at the end of that storm, this will have your back. It is wonderful. And for the longest time, I've actually been a fan of bristle-tipped liners, but this is a felt-tip liner, and I think I love this even more than the bristles. There's just something about bristles that I really like because you can kind of shape them into a super fine point, but this is already like a built-in fine point. So this is 10 all across the board for me. Highly recommend it. I'm having a hard time not shitting all over the rest of the collection right now, but we'll get to that in a minute. Also, a lot of these products that I'm going to be mentioning, you've seen me use a lot throughout the year. You're probably so freaking annoyed at how many times I talk about this shit, but the fact that I've continued to use it really speaks volumes because, like I said, normally I just forget about the shit that I review, but this stuff stuck with me. And this next product I have used in almost every makeup look, and it has transformed my skin. I've used it on other people, and it's just divine. That is the NIMI by Nikki Tutorials Skincare. Well, no, not really skincare. It's like makeup skin prep. Like I've said before, when I first reviewed this, I thought this was utter trash because it did nothing for my skin as just normal skincare. In fact, I hated it because it added like a shimmery, glittery effect to my skin. I looked like a fucking vampire, like a Cullen, and I had a hard enough time getting through those movies, let alone looking like one. And then I realized, well, I'll be fucking damned, this isn't part of like a nighttime skincare routine. This is before your makeup. And when you do that, I kid you not, this will have your titties twisting. This combined with my Laura Mercier primer, I've talked about time and time again. I really apologize for bringing it up yet again, but talk about a trio from heaven. Like, if you've exfoliated your face, if your skin is clean, and then you go in with these products, you could literally slap some paint on your face, hell, mix it with with mud and it would look beautiful. There's something about this combination, I don't know what it is, but it's just pure magic. This shit should have been on the very top of my list, not that fucking Gaga thing. Well, no, the eyeliner's good too, but this little trio is like a living Photoshop filter. I will admit the NIMI skincare is kind of overpriced, at least this little guy is, because you do kind of have to use a good bit of it. Although if you are the kind of person that does want your makeup on point, this really is a good investment. I'm probably gonna wait till there's a sale to repurchase, which I did say I would repurchase. And coming from a cheap ass little bitch like myself, that's really saying a lot. But between using these go-to exfoliating swipies and the ordinary skin peel, my skin just looks so damn good. Well, no, I take that back. It doesn't look that good, but it feels so much better and there's not as much texture. And so these products really apply to my skin fantastically. So yeah, all this shit combined is really expensive, but again, it's kind of an investment because I want to look my best when I'm presenting myself to you, and we do have 4K now. So if I can get away with looking good in 4K, then this shit will definitely work in like real life. Totally recommend it. Let's move the hell on. So just like the NIMI products, I don't really think this product is worth the price, yet I fucking love it. I'm never gonna repurchase this unless it's like 90% off or I find it at Home Goods or Marshalls, but I'm really trying to make the most out of this product while I have it, and I am loving it. That is the Patrick Ta Major Dimension eyeshadow palette. I think I kind of shit on this a little bit when I reviewed it. I don't know that I disliked it, but I just didn't understand these cream shadows, or maybe I'm thinking of a different palette. Fuck, I don't know, but I love this little baby now. I've used this on people. I've used this on myself. This is one of those palettes where I always know that it's gonna get good results no matter what I use out of this. It's just so comfortable to use. It's so fail-safe. It doesn't have super light shadows in it, yet it goes with pretty much any skin tone out there. And the quality, oh my fucking goodness. For like, what, 70 bucks? This should be hella good quality, and it absolutely is. This for me is on par with like Natasha Denona, Pat McGrath. It is absolutely up there. Does anybody need another nude shadow? Hell to the fucking no. But do I love this little beast? Absolutely. Like, this is not a purchase that I regret at all. Even though I wanted to return this because it was so expensive, I kept it because I knew I could use it for photo shoots. I knew I could use it on other people. And the fact that you only need the tiniest amount to get a beautiful eye look tells me that I can keep this little baby for a long time. So yet another investment, but one that I'm not mad about. This is truly a professional palette, yet anybody can use it, whether you're a beginner, you're a pro, or anyone in between. Like, if you're looking for a good glam palette, definitely check this baby out, especially if it's on sale. This palette and the next palette that I'm going to talk about are the only two palettes that I always bring traveling with me, even if I'm not going to be doing somebody's makeup. You never know. Somebody might be like, oh, would you quick do a smoky eye on me? Because that happens. And I could just count on this. It always follows through for me. But if you're looking for a dupe-ish or just a similar concept, check out the Too Faced Teddy Bear palette. It is kind of hella expensive and it's tiny looking, but I actually think you get either just as much product or around as much product as what's in here. Again, that palette is kind of expensive, but it is really pretty and it gives me similar vibes as this, just without the cream shadows, which I think the only time I've ever used these cream shadows was when I reviewed it and I barely even used them then. And the next palette, oh my goodness, RIP to this. That's actually the only reason why it's in this category, because this is a couple years old, but it will forever and always be one of my all-time favorite palettes, if not my favorite palette. That is the Titty Booty palette. Oh my goodness, I will miss this. Tati recently announced that this little baby is no longer in existence. I hope that someday they rebrand and relaunch this palette, because this has changed my game. Which honestly, I've used the glitters more than anything, which if you know me, you know that I hate the tits out of shitters, which is what I call glitter. Glitter and shit. They're just so messy, they get all over. I'll put them on my eyes and a week later I'll find them behind my kneecaps. I just don't like glitters, but these ones, they are self-adhesive. They are so creamy. They stick to whatever you apply them to. They don't need a base, and you have so many different ones to choose from, and I love how each row is its own look. Like, everything is color coordinated and everything just goes together so phenomenally. This palette is just where the hell it's at, and I am so gonna be like super careful with who I use this with, because if this is the last one that I will ever have, then I am not gonna use it on just anybody. Even though I've literally only used it on like 3 people, but still I'm selfish. I want this all for myself. If I could only have one palette for the rest of my life, I actually think this would be it. I don't give a rat's ass if you like or dislike Tati. That's not what we're here for. We are here for this, and I am just so impressed with all of this. Like, for a first launch, this is incredible. It is worth every penny. Had I known that they weren't going to be launching any more of these, I would have grabbed another one. As if one isn't plenty, like I will probably have this for the rest of my life. Okay, that's enough about this palette, because she ain't even from this year. But she deserves a mention, damn it. Oh, titty booty, you will be missed. And for foundation, I'm really not gonna get much into it because the only one that I've really loved and kept using was the Maybelline Fit Me, which I always talk about on this channel. This is nothing new. I've used it on friends, I've used it on clients, like it's $3 or $5. Listen, Linda, you can't beat it. Nor can you beat this other product, which is no longer in existence, or it's like slowly dwindling down. That is the Marc Jacobs Extra Shot. If you can get your hands on this, absolutely do. I know they're going out of business, so everything is on clearance. And even at full price, which I think was like $30 or $40, I would still pay that. This is so good. You can either use it as a concealer or an all-over foundation. You can go in minimally, you can go in heavy. It doesn't matter if you like pour this shit on your face, it will still look good at the end of the day. Like, this is just a bomb-ass formula. If they were to keep anything from that brand, I wish that they would keep this, or they do like a whole Becca thing where another brand picks up their staple products, because this is a staple. Oh my goodness, I'm so sad. Why must this good makeup end? Fortunately, we do still have quite a few products that are sticking around. One of them is the Menagerie Flight Club palette. Oh my goodness. If you want an epic purple palette, this has your back. This is by far my favorite purple palette that we tried all year, which I know it could have a few more purples in it, but you can actually get some bangable looks with this, and the quality is beyond. There is a tiny bit of kickback with it, but that is the only complaint that I would ever have with this palette. Yes, a lot of these do kind of look the same on camera, like I'm looking in my monitor. However, in person, they really don't. Like, these two kind of look the same on camera-ish. No, maybe they don't. I don't know. Fuck. It is a great supplemental palette. A lot of times I'll blend one of these out with like a neon blue, and it turns into a new color altogether. It's just so stinking pretty. But I've not heard anything bad about this brand's quality, so if you're not really digging the purple, they do have quite a few different palettes to choose from, and I would assume they're the same formulas, so if you see one, definitely grab it. I'm just such a purple slut, so this is really doing things for me, but this in conjunction with my other purples, it's just like a dream come true. Even just looking at it right now, I just want to slap it all over my body. It's the same feeling I get when I see Dan Levy or Anthony from Queer Eye. Yeah, but makeup, ooh, she's getting warm. Plus, that brand is independent, which just makes it even more impressive and makes me love it even more. Next, we have a product that you can totally fuck your entire makeup look up with if you don't use it correctly, but if you do use it properly, it's really good. That is the Jaclyn Cosmetics, whatever the fuck this is. Morphe something. Oh, this is the brightening and setting palette. I honestly and truly love this little baby. In fact, I use it in almost every makeup look now that I kind of have the hang of how you're supposed to use it. In the beginning, I kind of packed this on like a setting powder, which I don't even pack setting powder on anymore, but that's what I did with this. And ooh, the dryness, it was real. It was like a fucking piece of toast under my eye, just not sexy. However, at the very end of your look, after you've already set your under eyes and everything with powder, before you go in with some setting spray, just tap a little bit of this wherever you want highlighting, like on your forehead, under your eyes. No, it's not gonna be the most dramatic thing ever, but that's not what I'm going for. I want something that looks natural, but is still flawless and beautiful, and that's what this gives. Yes, you absolutely can go in ham with this and really highlight, and that's when it starts to really dry my under regions out, and we need dry under regions like we need dry nether regions. Nobody wants a dry nether region. I've not used a ton of brightening powder, so maybe this is just average. I have no idea, but I do have it, and I do really like it. Will I purchase it again? Honestly, I probably would. This has lasted me a long ass time. Like, I only use those top two rows and I've used them a lot, and you can barely even tell that I've used them. So I don't know that I'll need to repurchase this for a while, but when I do, I think I would. It just adds the perfect highlighting, professional looking finish. It's not much, you don't need a lot. You don't really even need this if you already highlight with concealer. But like I said, it does add a nice finishing touch. It's like gravy on potatoes. You can eat the potatoes without the gravy, but are they better with the gravy? Yeah. Also, I'm kind of hungry, can you tell? Hungry for dick. And finally, we are on our last product of this category. I know there were so many other... Mia. She is being such a needy little shitwaffle today. I have 2 French doors coming into my office. One is open, one is closed, and she's standing at the closed one banging on it. As if she expects me to get up and open both of them like she couldn't just walk through the one that's opened. One moment, we need some pussy power in here. Be right back. Time for some screen time. Oh my goodness, girl, you need brush. Say hi, Mia. Oh yes. Oh my gosh, stop trying to slither out of my arms. You wanted this. Oh, you're gonna start purring in a second though, I know it. Yes. There is cat hair all over my office. Oh. Why does one who's severely allergic to goditas own one? Oh, fine, be gone, you heathen. Cat hair is on the same level for me as glitter. Ooh, that little whore is still at my door banging. Wonder who she learned that from. Anyways, the final product in this category I have spoken quite a bit about more recently. That is the Laura Mercier Caviar Sticks. Oh my god, my voice. Let's try that again. The Laura Mercier Caviar Sticks. These little bitches are kind of pricey, but in my opinion, because they will last you so damn long, they're worth the price. And I don't just mean the product will last you so long, I mean on your eyes. This will last you all day. This could probably last you a week if you didn't rub it. These go on so magnificently like a cream shadow, but then when you blend them out and kind of like set them into place and let them be, they dry down almost like a liquid liner. And that mark on my hand, I guarantee you will be there for days. And then if you go over this and set it with like an eyeshadow powder, oh my gosh, you basically just applied a tattoo to your eye. It is, cat hair. It's so good. Oh my goodness. There are so many different colors to choose from. I'm not an affiliate. I don't have a promo code. I don't even know if they do that with Laura Mercier. I'm very, very particular and picky about 2 things. 1, men, and 2, high ticket makeup items that I recommend. And this is honestly something that I would recommend. Like, I know money doesn't grow on trees. We all work for our money. Nobody's paying our bills. And if somebody is, honey, connect them with me, because damn, I need a sugar daddy. But these are products that I really and truly recommend. I know you don't get a lot of product in here, and I think they're maybe like 30 bucks. Like, one of these I think is just as much as a palette. However, I still recommend it because they are so damn good. Oh my goodness. Especially if you're the type of person that's in a hurry, even if you're like doing your makeup on the bus, in the car, in your workspace, you can pump out a really beautiful look in, no joke, like 30 to 40 seconds. And if you're a makeup artist, you need your makeup to last all day, these are just the way to go. I cannot recommend them enough. In fact, those are probably what I recommend the most out of everything that I talked about today, other than the Maybelline Fit Me, because oh my gosh, I want that shit buried with me. They're just exquisite. I know a lot of brands do have something kind of dupey. I don't know if they're just as good. Maybe they are, but this type of product is where the fuck it's at. Now, let's move on to our meh category. Starting with another NIMI product. This is the NIMI Cooling Blurring some kind of eye stick. I don't understand this because every time I apply this, I don't feel a damn thing. I do have friends who swear by this. Mr. Welsh absolutely loves this. And it's not that I dislike it, it just, to me, doesn't do much. This says it's supposed to depuff and cool, and I do go on my eyelids and underneath my eyes, and I guess it feels good, but no different than they would if I didn't go in with like a cold spoon. So I don't fully understand the point of this. It doesn't really enhance my makeup quite like the other NIMI products do. I don't like hate it, I just wouldn't repurchase it. That's why it's not in my hell no category, it's in my meh category, because to me it's not useless, it's just not like the best thing to come out of that launch. Next up, we have an entire fucking line. That is the Rem Beauty makeup. Oh my goodness. So at first these were in the hell no category because honestly and truly, this is Morphe repackaged in like twice the price. It is a proven fact. I spoke about it in my video, which I kind of thought that I was a little bit crazy and I was actually very nervous to post that. And then like a week or 2 after my video came out, I saw Mr. Welsh talk about the same thing in one of his newer videos and I was like, okay, so I'm not crazy. But let's be honest, even if this weren't a Morphe product, for the price that I paid for this versus the quality, I still wouldn't have been happy. Because all of this together was hundreds of dollars, but other than the packaging, there's nothing unique about this. Like, yeah, that's cute and pretty and all, but this is honestly a CoverGirl or a Revlon palette, same quality, same color scheme, same everything. And at the end of the day, like really, who gives a possum's patootie what the packaging looks like? Like, that's what's gonna sell this? Well, actually, yeah, I think the packaging did really sell people, and I even found some of the packaging disappointing. Like these lipsticks, in the picture, it looked different, and then once you see it in person, it's just like a cheap component with a little peekaboo window compartment. Like, yeah, that's fun, I guess, but then the lipstick itself doesn't even go down all the way, so you have to just like be careful when you're putting this back in. That that part is really, really nice. Like, kudos for the magnetization. But overall, this feels like there was no real thought put into this. No heart, no soul. It's just so bland. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Ariana Grande. Her pipes could put any organ to shame, but like, everything in here is going back. Like, I'm not keeping any of this, which I know is wasteful, but I would rather get this money back and invest it into like an indie brand or some products that I would actually use. Like, I spent way too much money just to give this stuff away to my friends or donate, and I kind of got so much of it because I thought it was going to be really good, like I had planned on keeping it. But in my opinion, it's just really bad when you get so many products and you don't even want to keep any of them. Like, there's nothing in there that I feel is worth the price. It's not bad quality. The only issue that I have is the price versus what you actually get, because I did compare it to an actual Morphe palette and they are the exact same. So why would I pay 30 bucks for something I can get for like 5 or 10? It's just really stupid. I probably should have put this in the hell no category, but the products actually aren't that bad. Again, no issue with the quality. It's just 1000% a cash grab, and it's not worth it. And what else are you wondering is also pretty decent in quality, but is way fucking overpriced? That is the Rem Beauty eyeshadow palettes. These are actually not even from this year. They're from the year before, but I didn't do one of these last year, and I think I reviewed these in like December, so we're like right on the cusp. But these little bitches are so stinking pretty. No, they're not like the most universal palettes, and no, you really can't get complete looks with these, but as supplemental shadows, they're really good. Like, they are pigmented as hell. They blend out so easily, but these are also almost the same price as a professional palette like Natasha Denona. And I don't even care if these are independent. There is no justification in paying this much for this, when you could get one of these palettes for almost the same price. Palettes that you could actually get a complete look with and multiple looks. Like, honestly, which would you rather have, a pro palette or fucking Easter egg on your eye? Not to mention the fact that you kind of have to have all of these palettes in order to have a full palette. But once you do have all the palettes, it does make a cute palette, but you also paid like $100, if not more. Like, see, those two together should have been one like $30 palette. I would have paid for that. But instead, I think each of these were $30 or around there. So right here is like 60, maybe 50 bucks. Wham bam, no thank you, ma'am. I don't necessarily think these are cash grabs. I just think they're overpriced because they have come out with a lot of good products. Like, I love this brand's lipsticks and I love their liquid eyeliner. It's actually one of my favorites. But these quality-wise are probably in my yes category, but price-wise they're in my hell no category, which obviously puts them in my meh section. If you're curious about these though, and they ever go like 80, 90, I don't know, 100% off, then grab them. But at full price, stay the fuck away. There are so many better options, specifically these little guys. This next product I actually don't have anymore. I did send it back because I could not get my correct color, and when I did have my correct color, it kind of changed on me. I'm pretty sure it like oxidized. That is the KVD Good Apple foundation. This went viral, and that's why I thought that I would love it so damn much. I didn't think it was too hot though. I didn't think it was awful. You kind of have to make it your bitch, and when you can make it your little bitch, then it is wonderful. Like, it's not for everyone, and if you don't have like perfectly smooth, very hydrated skin, it's probably not gonna look that good. It catches hardcore in any dryness that I have. Like, even when I don't think I have dry skin, it lets me know. It's just that little reminder saying, oh, you're a flaky fuck. And I don't want foundations that point out my flaws. Like, that's not the point of makeup. And this foundation does that. However, you can use this as a concealer. You can use it as an actual foundation. You can build it up. You can go in minimally. You can really do a lot of things with this product. So I totally understand why it's so popular, why it went viral. But for me, it's not my favorite. I definitely think that you could achieve the same look with a drugstore foundation. It just might not last quite as long throughout the day as the Good Apple foundation. Because I do remember it lasting quite a while. I just couldn't find my correct color. It's not to say this product doesn't have my correct color somewhere out there, but why go through all that trouble when I have $4 foundations that look just as good on my skin? I think I remember saying in that review, like, if you're curious about this, definitely try it. And I still hold true to that. Like, even if you can get a sample of this, like a little Sephora sachet of it, then totally go for it. But I personally don't regret sending this product back. Oh. But this product is an excellent example on how all makeup is not universal. Like, on some people, this shit looks divine, and then on others, this looks like a total trash mama moment. It can really look like garbage on people, but it's not in my hell no category because on certain parts of my skin, it really did look good. So again, if you're curious about it, go for it. Maybe you love it. That's totally awesome. I'm glad you do. But if you don't like it, I get it. And then the last product for this category is yet another one that a lot of people seem to either love or really fucking hate, and that is the Fenty Brightener. Brightener. This product, I don't necessarily even mind the product itself. It is 1000% the packaging that I hate. This is the messiest little bastard that I've ever seen. Whoever designed this packaging needs to be fired immediately, because this is a product that you need to shake, otherwise it separates. But then after you shake it and you open it, it flies out the top. Like, look at how much is in my little cap. Like, what a waste. And then when I do use this, I assumed that you apply it with a little bulb at the end. And when you do that, it just gets even messier, and then you put it in there. It's just fuck. Like a newborn's diaper. It's just, yeah. However, the product itself, it is good for very, very, very minimal coverage. I don't know that this really claims to be a concealer. It is 1000% a brightener, kind of like the Touche Éclat by YSL. Like, you're certainly not going to cover up acne with this, let alone like the purple under your eyes. For me, this is an excellent product when I don't want to look like I'm wearing makeup, but I just want a little bit of highlight under my eyes. But I've also noticed that after like 4 or so hours, this crease is like high hell underneath my eyes. And so I thought, well, let's let it thicken up before I blend it out for like a minute. No, that does not work any better. It does get a little bit more higher coverage, but it seems to crease even faster and even worse when I do that. So I don't know how to feel about this little guy. Like, I don't hate it, but I don't feel comfortable going out in public for long stints with this. Like, if I'm just filming or doing a video like this, I would wear it, but then for what I paid for this, I should be getting a lot more use out of this. I do like how it looks on my eyes initially. It's just the wear time and the packaging that I don't like. Now on to our hell no category, which I did say is very, very short because a majority of this stuff I returned. But if there were an order to this little section, this would absolutely take the cake at the tippy top. That is the Casa Gaga collection. Oh look, there's my return label all ready to go. Somebody left a comment and said, why are you returning that? It's just gonna get wasted, like you should donate it, which I totally understand. I absolutely would. However, I spent more on this than I actually earned making the video. And I can't donate this, and I'm not gonna give used lipsticks away. And I'm certainly not gonna list these on Poshmark, because what I would list these for, I still don't even think they're worth that. So a lot of times if I don't return it, I will give stuff away. I will donate it. I have a huge bin of stuff for like women's shelters, but I have no problem returning this. Again, I would much rather invest this into like an indie brand. It is a lot of plastic. I really hope they recycle stuff, but come the fuck on. This little lipstick thing was like 60 bucks, and get ready for this. $60. Motherfucker. Look. Okay. These guys are like $11 or $12 each. Each little turn is $5. 5, 10, 12, like, come on. This was such a cash grab to promote the House of Gucci, and I was fine paying these prices because online, these products looked big. These blushes, these like $30 or $40 blushes have a pinprick amount of product in them. Like, I don't normally get pissed off when it comes to makeup because it's just makeup. Like, really, who the fuck cares? But I spent $300 on this. And for 60 of that being lipstick smaller than the tip of my pinky is just like embarrassing. That's what this collection is. It is embarrassing. And I like me some Gaga, I mean, hello. But there is nothing that screams I'm rich and out of touch with reality more than selling this for $11. This brand should honestly and truly be ashamed of themselves for launching this. And no, nobody put a gun to my head and made me buy this. But again, the embarrassment comes from the launch pictures because they did look pretty damn big versus what you actually get. It's very misleading. It's like having a picture on your Tinder profile that's of like a 6'4" tall buff guy, and instead you get me, a garden gnome. Like I said at the very beginning of this, the only thing that was actually worth the price out of this collection was the eyeliner. This highlighter I thought was beautiful, but this was like $40 or $50 for this. I have a MAC one that honestly looks exactly like this, and I don't even think it was this much. So yeah, that totally belongs in the spot as one of the worst things that we've reviewed this year, which makes me sad because they really were pretty, but those prices, honestly, for shame. Oh, anyways, my loves, real talk here. Thank you so much for all of the love and beautiful positivity that you've sent my way. I know we've gone down a lot of people, we've gone up a lot of people, but no matter what, at the end of the day, we're still a family. Whether you hate my guts or you love me to death, I'm just happy you're here. I'm here to help bring a little bit of laughter and love to the world and help you escape your reality for just 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm human. I'm literally just like you. I just happen to have a camera. And I think that's why our family is so close. Like, there's no fake assery here. It's It's just people being people. And there's just no room for hatred or drama. Like, we don't need that. So I really appreciate you being here. I really appreciate all of the wonderful comments. I read every single one of them. And I'm so thankful for all of your support over all of my social media and for your patience waiting for my shit to launch again. Oh my gosh, I can't even wait to tell you how that fiasco's going. But overall, it really has been a beautiful year. I'm blessed to call this my job. I'm blessed to have you as a family. And there's just so much damn hatred in the world, but something that there will never, ever, ever be enough of is love. And truthfully, it's one of the only things left in the world that doesn't have a price tag attached to it. It is free, it is flowing, so you might as well give it and get it. But just moving forward, I can feel it in me waters that this is going to be a fantastic year for so many people. I know life can be pretty damn nauseating and really fucking hard at times. And so I'm just here to remind you to look at all the positivity and beauty that you can. I know it's so hard sometimes, but challenge yourself and make this next year a year of love. So my beautiful babies, once again, thank you for being here. I love having you. And like always, head over to Patreon if you want exclusive content from me. It's very cheap, fun, and fancy, just like me. You get videos a day early, you get Patreon-only content. It's really a good time. And like always, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, will be available again soon at thepoplux.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at officialnady, and you can follow me online at thepoplux.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye.